Mary Poppins Returns is about to hit theaters worldwide, so I thought we'd look into the original classic, Mary Poppins, directed by Robert Stevenson and starring Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke, and many others. And with this GeeKlassic, I didn't just want to look at Mary Poppins for review purposes. I actually wanted to take a deep look into why it is iconic, why it has stood the test of time, and why it means so much for so many people, because we're getting a sequel 54 years later. That's not normal. So let's take the obvious right away. Mary Poppins is an impressive movie in all regards. It's not just the acting, the songs, the effects, the sets, or the atmosphere. The film is rich with characters, story, but it's the magic and the message that matters. This is a film filled with dance sequences, people talking with cartoons, and making up words, but this is a film that doesn't shy away from darker subject matter, and it really reveals what is underneath it all. And we've seen the story before, and we can call it simple, but the themes in this film are just as universal today as they were in '64 when the film came out, or when P.L. Travers wrote the book. Mary Poppins is like no other when it comes to dealing with and tackling on these issues. So let's talk about the story. With two very busy parents, the Banks siblings ask for a nanny to play with them, but that is nonsense for the father, so he rips up the letter they made and throws it in the fire, only for Mary Poppins to come down from the heavens. And I specifically wore this t-shirt today because I do believe Mary Poppins is a Time Lord. And one of the most obvious, best aspects of this film is Mary Poppins herself. Duh. She is exactly what these kids want, but without them realizing it, she is exactly what they need. She's strict and stern, she's enigmatic, she's not all smiles and giggles, and at points, she even denies some of the magic stuff that she herself makes happen in this film. And it's Julie Andrews, so of course the performance will be magnificent. She nails the cute, the charming, the singing, but she nails the other side, the unexpected side of this character. She nails the mystery of Mary Poppins. She nails the psychological side of Mary Poppins. I love when she plays with people in the way that she makes them think that they came up with certain ideas, even though she made them come to that realization. And let's talk about Dick Van Dyke as Bert. And yes, let's talk about the accent right away. I don't blame the accent on him. This accent was clearly a choice. Most people involved in this film are British, so I guarantee you maybe the director or one of the producers, maybe Walt Disney himself heard this accent and thought it was a good fit. So while Dick Van Dyke delivered it, maybe it wasn't his choice, so that's that. Like the accent or not, just look at his devotion, the energy, all the dance moves, all the numbers. This is a character who we don't really know that much about, yet every scene that he is in, he has a different job. And he is happy, and he spends a lot of times with these kids. So tell me that's not the perfect antithesis for Mr. Banks himself. Speaking of which, he's too serious, he's too focused on work, but man, do you see him trying, and trying hard. The joy you see in him in the scenes he spends with these kids, trying to play with them and trying to make them happy, that is authentic, man, and you cannot help but feel for this guy. And that's what works in favor of this film, the more serious moments compensating for the joyous ones. Like the dance sequence on the rooftops, but then we get the nail on the head with the Feed the Birds music. If that's not something special, I don't know what is. Or how about the scene that Mr. Banks leaves his house and we follow him all the way to work where he knows he's going to get fired despite dedicating all his living minutes to this job, and then he looks and the lady from the birds is not there. I can assume what that means. I think you can probably assume what that means, but it's never explained, and I think that's what's special about it. There's effort and dedication in everything in this film. The look, the size, the dance numbers, the music. Mary Poppins might have simple messages, but it has powerful delivery. It blends animation and live action just as perfectly as it blends joyous and happy with serious and poignant. It's powerful on a technical level, special effects level, writing, musical, character. It hits all the mark any good film should, and because it hits all these marks, it has stood the test of time, it continues to do so, and I think that's why it's so special. I'm giving Mary Poppins an A+. Let me know your thoughts on Mary Poppins. Let me know if you are excited for the sequel coming out in just a few days. I can't wait to bring you my review on Wednesday for Mary Poppins Returns. I hope to see you there, and thank you so much for watching once again. You guys are the best, my beautiful geekies. And so until my review for Mary Poppins Returns, stay beautiful and stay geeky. And if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and click the bell so you can be geeky united!